Good morning, everyone. My name is Pawan, and I would like to welcome you on behalf of Sahaja Yoga Meditation for today's session. Thank you for your time. We'll be spending about 40 to 45 minutes, and we will go through a presentation and then a practical aspect of self-realization. So let's get started. So let me first begin with uh, explaining the meaning of word Sahaja Yoga. What does it mean? So it is a combination of two words, Sahaj and Yoga. And both of these words have their roots in an ancient language called Sanskrit from eastern part of this world. The word Sahaj means something that is born with you, something that is spontaneous, and something which is very naturally built within you or is natural to you. And yoga means union. And the next question you might ask, union of which with what? So yoga means union of our own being or our own self with our creator. So it is often misled by many folks in Western world, where yoga is related to physical exercises or physical postures to improve your physical being. However, the true meaning of yoga is your union with your own creator. So if we combine the two words, Sahaja Yoga means something that is born with us and our innate and spontaneous ability to unite ourselves with the all cosmic energy out there. So that's what Sahaja Yoga means. And how Sahaja Yoga achieves this union is by utilizing our own inner divine energy, which is present in all of us, and by the technique developed by our founder, Srimataji Nirmala Devi, we can awaken this energy within ourselves, which in ancient language is called Kundalini awakening. And once this energy is awakened, we achieve our self-realization and our union with all pervading power takes place. So we're going to go in details about this process. So our program is divided into three parts. Like we are going to go a little bit of an introduction about our subtle system and how Sahaja Yoga works. And then we will do a practical part of the program where we are going to go through a self-realization process where we will awaken our Kundalini energy or the inner energy that we just talked about. And then we will have a short guided meditation followed by any question and answer you might have. So very fundamental question for those who come to this program might ask is why one should meditate. So this is a slide. I do not know the authenticity of this slide, but it conveys a very important concept related to meditation. So we as human often, when we do something, we are it's very natural for us to measure it in terms of some success, and often it is related to some gains, right? However, if we go deeper into psychology of our human minds and the way human personalities work, there are described as 6 enemies of our personality, and they come in our way of our personal growth and mental growth as well. And these are deemed as anger, lust, greed, jealousy, and so on. And what meditation does is it allows you to overcome these enemies that are present within ourselves. They are like virtual enemies, but they are present in all of us. And in meditation, we grow out of these enemies. And then as we conquer these enemies, we achieve a better personal growth. Second is I can take a help of few of these pictures, which represent a typical setting of in a classroom, but it can be applied to every human being and the way how we function in our day-to-day life. If we look deeper into ourselves, we will find that often we are dwelling either in the past or we are in the future. When we are in the past, we are often doing what if analysis of what events have taken place in our past, or we are celebrating our past glories. We are enjoying them or we are under depression. or we are always planning for future. We are making plans for futures, and oftentimes most of us in today's world are worried about the future, which is uncertain. However, the reality is future does not exist, and past is something that we cannot go and correct. And if you see yourself, you will often find that hardly there are moments where we are living the present moment. And meditation is about bringing you out of past and also from future and putting you into the present moment, so that you can enjoy the present moment, you can learn from the present moment. And how meditation does is by strengthening our attention. Attention is a faculty that is built within us, that helps us focus on things, that gives us all the things, all the activities that we perform. And in this thing, you can say this picture that we, our attention may be on not on the right things, and meditation also helps you put the attention on the right things, so that you can know what is important for you. Another thing that meditation can help is, we often feel we are drained out of energy, and why we feel it, we will explain it in the next slides. But when you are completely out of energy, you feel very lethargic, you don't want to do anything. In that case, meditation helps you rejuvenate yourself and then replenish your energy, and then you can become more active and more action oriented. So how Sahaj Yoga can help in this way? So by the techniques that are developed by our founder, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, once we achieve this self-realization process, we go through that self-realization process where our inner energy or the Kundalini energy is awakened within us, and our yoga take place with all the cosmic energy. It actually gives us a new dimension of awareness. And what we mean by that is where our attention can go beyond our thoughts. And in that, when once it is beyond our mind, the thoughts actually stops, and then you can experience a universal silence. And in that silence, you can see different dimensions of your awareness. Sahaj Yoga is scientific. What we mean by that is it is verifiable. It's like an experiment where you can say that once you start practicing Sahaj Yoga, you can actually feel the sensation in your palms. You can feel the sensation or the cool breeze and hot breeze that we're going to talk about on your forehead, on your top of your head, in your palms, and sometimes all over your body. Sahaj Yoga also allows you to become aware of your nervous system, which is the important element functioning our body. And as you become aware of your nervous system, then it allows you to introspect, and also it helps you to improve. And how we do that, we will go into the detail in this coming slides. But overall, Sahaj Yoga can give you a better personal or physical health, and at the same time, a better mental health as well. And you can experience the true meaning of peace and joy that we all are, without knowing, we are looking for, we are striving for. And the most important thing is Sahaj Yoga is free, and it will always remain free, because that is the foundation of or the vision of our founder, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. And as per her, spirituality cannot be sold. So Sahaj Yoga has been free for more than 50 years, and it'll remain free forever. Another thing is that Sahaj Yoga meditation does not require any equipment or tools or anything. It can be performed by anybody, anywhere, and anytime, because it is so simple. And as we said, the word Sahaj means something simple. So it is the most simplistic technique ever developed. So let me introduce you to our founder. We call her Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She was born in India in 1923. And by profession, she studied medicine and psychology. She also participated in India's freedom movement along with Mahatma Gandhi. And for her work around the world in the domain of Sahaj Yoga and healing people and meditation techniques, she was often nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. She was married to a foreign diplomat with her husband. She traveled around the world, and she developed this Sahaj Yoga meditation technique in 1970. And as she traveled with her husband around the world, by the nature of her husband's job, she or taught this technique to many people around the world. And today, we can see that almost like every country, or more than 100 plus countries, they enjoy the benefits of Sahaja Yoga meditation, and is practiced by millions. So that is a very short description of Srimataji Nirmala Devi. Uh, she has such a profound personality that it is very hard to describe her in words. And I made a very futile attempt to it. Um, One thing that touched me was her vision about one single Almighty. And if we go into the history of our world, this is not a unique concept. Everybody talked about uh, one single Almighty. But what Sri Mataji knew was, in order for people to understand that concept, some inner transformation has to take place. And it is something that cannot be taught by religion or by books. Some inner transformation has to take place. So she had this grand vision of one single human family. And also she wanted to rescue people from all the false gurus or false masters who take money and then do give nothing to the seeker. So she that was her main point about developing Sahaja Yoga meditation. And also that was the founding stone, that this has to be free because spirituality cannot be sold. So a little bit more about what Shri Mataji is. But as you go deeper into Sahaja Yoga, you will see what really she is. So let's spend a few more minutes talking, and then we go into the practical aspect of it. So this picture on the right is a very, very simplistic representation of a nervous system that we are all born with. So this is part of our human anatomy. It is not related to any religion, caste, or nationality. It is part of our body. We are all born with it. And at a very high level, this subtle system can be described as having three main components. One of them is it has three main energy channels. It has 7 energy centers that are located on our spinal column. And there is one mother Kundalini energy, the inner energy that we talked about in the very first slide. This mother energy is personal to you. It's your true mother. It knows everything about you, and it always wants your benevolence. So that's how you should put at it. That's why this is a sacred energy, which um, is residing at the base of our spinal cord. There is a triangular bone, and the biological term for that bone is sacrum bone. And the word comes from a from Greek, where sacrum means sacred. So somehow these very, very old wise people, they knew there was something special about this bone. And what it was is, there is a 3.5 coil energy that is in residing in our sacrum bone. And uh, it remains in our dormant form. And through this technique, we basically try to awaken this energy and achieve our self-realization process. So that is that energy, that is the most important faculty in our nervous system. Let's talk a little bit about the 3 energy channels that are present in our nervous system. If you look at the left channel, which is the blue channel that is running on the left side of our spinal column, this channel runs the energy, which actually gives meaning to ours in the form of desires, or it is the energy that governs our emotions. It is the one which governs our emotional life, basically. This is also the energy that that is running in this channel, builds our past. So as what we learn, what we experience, what sort of social economic background we have, that all is developed by the energy that is running in the left channel. And by this channel also we experience the joy, because on this channel resides our spirit. If you know, well, like from this, a lot of spiritual literature, they do talk about our true self being the spirit that resides within us, and that is what gives us the joy using this the energy running in this channel. So this channel, basically you can call it as a desire channel, and in the biological term you can call it as left sympathetic nervous system. So basically you desire from the left channel, and then there is a right channel within our subtle system, and this is represented as a yellow color in this picture. And this energy that runs in this channel helps us perform actions. So any activity that we do, physical activity where we do, you can think of that you are tapping into energy from this channel and performing that action. On the spiritual aspect, this energy also is responsible for our future thinking. Any sort of mental activity you do, planning, or you worry about it, or you think about future imagination, they all come from the energy that is running in this channel. And in the biological term, this channel is termed as right sympathetic nervous system. And both of these channels are extremely important in us in order for us to survive in this world. We always are consuming energy from one of these channels, where we have to have desires, and then we have to perform some actions to fulfill those desires or even to survive in this world. But what happens is, as we grow, we tend to utilize this energy to a larger extent. So for example, if you are always utilizing the energy from your left channel, where you are extremely emotional, you are always dwelling in the past, or your desires are out of proportion, then you go into a called depression area. So that's when you say that excessive of everything is bad. So but if you are too much on the left side, then it takes you in that past, and then it takes you into an area where your desires are out of proportion. On the other hand, we become extremely work centric, and that is very true in Western world, where we are always tapping and maximizing the energy usage on the right channel. And as a result, we become too action oriented, and we run, or we call it in Sahaja Yoga terminology, we become extremely right sided. And when that happens, we experience dryness in our behavior, and that is often the cause of a stress within us, because we try to control everything through our actions, and sometimes it, and oftentimes it does not match with what we desire for. So that is the cause of imbalance or cause of stress within us. Within all of us also lies a central channel, which is represented as this white line, which runs at the center of our spinal column. And on the same channel resides our energy centers that we are going to talk a little bit more. And this is the channel, in biological term, is called parasympathetic nervous system. And all of our involuntary actions, like our heart is pumping, or as even though I'm speaking, my breath is functioning without any obstruction. All of these things is happening by this autonomous system or involuntary system within us. And that is done by the energy that is running in this channel. In the spiritual world, this is also called as the spiritual channel, because if you see, this is the channel which has its connection to the outward world. So using the left and right channel, you will end up in these tiny balloons, and then we will go into detail about these tiny balloons in our next sessions. But spiritual channel is the one which basically helps us connect to the cosmic energy. So uh, there are these energy centers on these spinal columns, and basically these energy centers, you can think of them as a concentration of our nerves, and thousands and millions of them at possible locations, which form a wheel or a chakra or an energy plexus. And that each one of them is termed as energy center or chakra in the spiritual world. And these energy centers, they, at a biological level, they actually control the functioning of our physical organs. So for example, the heart chakra, the chakra at our heart level, it is responsible for producing antibodies in our body until the age of 12. And at the same time, this is the chakra which has different energies that is running this particular chakra. They control, for example, our blood pressure, and they also control some aspects of our lungs and those body organs. So if this energy center is working at its full potential, then you will experience a better physical health around those body parts. On the other side of the other aspect of this chakra is each of these chakras or energy centers, they actually carry within themselves some spiritual qualities. So for example, this heart chakra, on the physical level, it was controlling our heart and other organs around it, but on the spiritual side, it is the energy center which gives us or manifests within us the true meaning of love and compassion. And as you tap into this chakra and this chakra opens up, you will experience the true meaning of love and compassion, which is far different from the love that we are growing with, where love is often compared with the attachments. So as your this energy center opens up, you will feel your love for the humanity as a whole, and not just humanity, but your harmony or your love for this creation. That's what takes place once this energy center is open up. So similar to this heart chakra, each chakra has different purpose to for the better function of our human body, but at the same time, it has a spiritual benefit where you can experience these different spiritual qualities within yourself, and as this chakra starts opening up. And how we do that is by awakening this Kundalini energy within us. And as this energy is awakened, it actually rises in the central path. This is the only path it can rise up. And as it rises, it actually nourishes each of these energy centers and brings them to their full potential. And as these energy centers become more efficient, you start experiencing better physical health and better mental health as well. And one more thing to talk about here is, as you will be growing into meditation after your self-realization process, by day, as you progress, you will develop extreme sensitivity towards this subtle system within ourselves. You will be able to feel it within your body. And at the same time, these energy centers, you can feel them on your hands, on your fingers. So that is one aspect that we talked about, that Sahaja Yoga is verifiable and helps you introspect, is because as you become aware of these energy centers on your finger by some tingling or prickly sensation, you can basically know about what part of energy center needs your attention and needs to be worked on, so that you can correct your physical problems or any of the mental or emotional challenges that you are facing. And how we do that is about, like, Sahaja Yoga has many different techniques, which we can go into details in different sections. So that's a very long explanation of this subtle system. And this is a subject where we can talk for hours. And and but the thing is, that is not important. Like, it is not about talking, it is about experiencing. So meditation is all about experiencing. And as you talk more and more, you go more into your mental activity, and the idea is to come out of the mind and have that experience. So let's quickly jump into the practical aspect, where we will actually go through we will watch a video, or we will listen to a video rather, because I would like the eyes to be closed at that time. And we will follow the steps that will be mentioned in that audio video. And as we do that, we will be awakening our own Kundalini energy, and we will achieve our self-realization. What is most important is, like, when we go to these sessions, or for example, we go for a ski class or anything, there is often you are very prepared to do some physical activity to do that. And in if we paid attention to our subtle system, we actually are ready to utilize the action energy which is running in our right channel in all of those classes or on all of those settings. However, in meditation or in self-realization, there is no physical activity that needs to happen. And we will be tapping into our energy, which is running in our left channel, which we call is the desire channel. So all these work, which is going to happen, like the self-realization, the Kundalini awakening within us, it will only happen if we have that desire, that pure desire. So that's why we will be actually just bringing in that pure desire within ourselves, and we will utilize that energy to help our mother Kundalini energy be awakened within us. So let's go through these steps. These steps are nothing but we are going to sit comfortably in your place. If you're sitting on the ground, that is fine, but it's not a requirement. If you want to sit on a chair, then that is totally fine. All needs to happen is you should be relaxed, and your both the feet must be touching the ground if you're sitting in the chair. And we are going to put our left hand in our lap with palms open and fingers also spread. So you're going to relax, put your left palm in your lap, and you're going to use your right hand, which will work on the left side of your body. Okay. So very first thing you will do is you're going to place your right palm on your heart. And as you place your right palm on your heart, you may feel a sensation already. And then there will be a affirmation mentioned in the audio or video. And you're going to just repeat that affirmation in your heart with full desire, full sincerity that you do want this energy to be awakened within us, and you do want to experience this self-realization. So we're going to place our right palm on our heart and take the affirmation in our mind. Second, we are going to bring our right palm below our heart, and the affirmation that will be told, we will be repeating again in our heart. Then we're going to bring our right palm below our waist where we tie our belt, and then we will take the affirmation. We are going to bring our palm below our heart again. Then we are going to put it again on our heart, and each step there will be a different affirmation which will be told to you. Then we are going to wrap our elbow around our left shoulder, and we will make sure that our fingers are touching our back of our spinal cord behind neck, and we can move our chin a little bit right. Just it becomes easier to hold our left shoulder that way. Then we're going to put our hand on our forehead, and then we can bend our forehead slightly down forward with respect. Then we will put our hand behind our head, back of our head. We are going to let our head rest on our hand, and then we will look towards the ceiling. Finally, this is the last step where we're going to take the center of our palm, and we are going to press it on top of our head. And that top of our head is basically called fontanel bone. And this is the area which was soft when we were babies. So we are going to massage the top of our head with the center of our palm in the clockwise fashion. So as you massage with your center of your palm, there will be an affirmation, and then you will be taking that final affirmation, and you will complete your self-realization at that state. And then you can bring your hand back in the lap. So many steps, but nothing to worry about. As I said, Sahaja Yoga is simple, and it is something your own inner ability to do that. It's spontaneous and natural. So there is nothing that you can do wrong here. There's not going to be any harm. So we will do is like, first we're going to put our hand on the heart, below our waist, bring it back below our heart, on the heart, behind our left shoulder, on the forehead, back of our head, and then top of our head. We are going to massage with the center of our palm. And then finally, we are going to put our both the hands in our lap, and then we will meditate for a few minutes. So, no need to worry about. All we need is pure desire within us, a desire that we want to experience that connection with the all pervading power. That is the most important thing to do or achieve in this life, to have that experience, to feel that connection with our creator. So let's sit down, close our eyes, both the hands in our lap. And before we begin, because there was so much talking, our mind may be active. So we'll try to pull ourselves into the present moment, not worry about how we started and what's going to happen after this session. Let's be in the present moment. Let's bring in that pure desire, that bring in ourselves that sincerity, the humility, the respect towards our own Mother Kundalini energy. Because she loves us. She's the symbol of true love within ourselves. Everything else is fake. So let's breathe in, and we are going to hold the breath for some time and let it go out slowly. Let's repeat this few times. This will bring your attention inside. Now let's put our attention on our both the palms, the center of our palms. Let's feel each of our fingers in our palms. If you can pull your attention on your heart. Make a note of your mental state right now. And we are going to remain silent with our eyes closed for a few seconds before I start the audio video. We'll just follow the steps as are told in that video without thinking too much.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time, the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, in the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now, please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across on the left hand side in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say again with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization, because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times, very hard. Slowly, saying that.
Bring your hand back in the lap. Keep your attention on the top of your head. Meditate for 2 minutes. Let's put our attention on our both the palms. Let's feel the center palm in both the hands. Let's put our attention on each of our fingers. You can do one by one. Let's put our attention flowing from our palms into our elbows, shoulder, and collect it at our heart. You can slowly open your eyes and you can look at Sri Mataji's photograph. You can inspect your heart. You can inspect if you can think or if you have thoughts. You can feel your center of palms again. Make a note how your sensation, feeling is different before we did the self-realization. Let's do one experiment. As we said, Sahaja Yoga is verifiable. We'll keep our left hand in our lap, close our eyes for a moment, and then take our right hand on top of our head above the fontanel bone area. And then we are going to move our hand up and down and feel the energy, any cool breeze or hot air between your hand and the head. You can keep moving your hand up and down if you can feel something. At the same time, you can also see how you feel in your left hand in the lap. Let's switch our hands and do the same exercise. You can open your eyes, bring your hand back in the lap. You can share your experience by unmuting your mic. Asif, you want to share anything?
Sorry, I just wanted to say thanks and I had to go. So I'm going to drop out. So I'm just typing. So I thought I was muted. Hopefully I didn't disturb.
Oh, no, no, you didn't. I was just going to give you 1 minute, like if you can, this is what we ask our attendees to do the next. We have Monday to Thursday. Sunday to Thursday, a 9:30 p.m. Zoom session, all free, and you can join for guided meditation. And this is a journey. So yeah, the ask is like every day we meditate 5 to 10 minutes morning and evening. And if you can drop in your email address in the chat window, then we can share more materials with you.
Sure. I'll send you my email. I'll also try to join 9:30 p.m. May not work, but I'll keep I'll check other times that you may have. And thanks for the session. I had not I was not exposed to Sahaj yoga before, so I think it gave me a good idea about the initial, like, what it is. I've done some breathing meditations before, so yeah, I definitely would want to, try to give 5 to 10 minutes every day, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
um, and I'll try to see how it goes, and I'll keep in touch, and I'll send you my email. So
Yeah, I can send you some details. And if you have any questions or if you need personal help, you can always like respond to me by email, and we can even speak over the phone. So I'll be happy to help you out with your meditative or meditation journey.
oh, thank you so much. I didn't get your name, but
My name is Pavan Saxena.
Pawan, nice to meet you, and thanks for the help. And definitely, I'll follow up and I'll send you email. And So I'm thinking I'll try to follow the video, the 10-minute video that we did in the morning, and
Yeah.
that would be a good start, right?
Yeah, you can start with that video. The thing is, like, you don't need to do that step every time you meditate.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need to do is like, if you could attend 1 or 2 sessions of 9:30 p.m. And I'll try to see if I can find some different timings for you to help you out with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'll be good if I can send you the link to that video. You can play that video one more time, and then after that you can just go into meditation. That is not going to harm. It's just that it is not needed because your kundalini energy is already awakened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do guide, we do have sessions where we help you in your meditation improve your chakras or energy centers. So as those your energy centers will start opening up, you will experience, like, much better meditation. Actually, you will feel that is that calm, that peace and joy that you're looking for. And also, like, as these energy centers, I said, like, once they start opening up, you will start manifesting these traits or these qualities within you in your personality. And that is what Shri Mataji's meaning of inner transformation was, that it transforms people from inside, and not giving them knowledge from outside, but enabling them from inside so that they can experience better uh, mental health, better physical health.
Sure. Yeah. No, I understand. Like, I think unless it is done for some period of time, maybe few weeks, the results will not, like, it will not show up. So I'll try to join your 9:30 p.m. session, hopefully on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I definitely want to. I'll drop in to see how it is to be done on a week, like during the week, right?
Yeah, I can
And
send you, like, if you send me email, like I think you already did. I'll actually give you a weekly or a daily some videos to use, and that might help you better.
sounds
So
good.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
look for that. Yeah,
I'll keep an eye.
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thank
Pawan.
you.
I'll be
Okay.
in
Have a
touch.
wonderful day. I want to thank you
Thanks.
again.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Very well, Pawan Bhaiya. It was very
Thanks.
nice. Yeah, yeah. So my computer